Hey, how's it going? My name's Steve. Making a short little video today based on some stuff that I sold this weekend. I got it all in front of me. I'm doing the face camera for the first time, maybe ever. I'm not sure. I've probably done it before. But yeah, it's just me and I'm in the office. Everything's packed almost. I just got to put all the cards in these boxes and I move this week, maybe even next week. Make sure this camera doesn't go. But yeah, I'm just going to show what I do, how the packaging process works for me, some stuff I sold this weekend. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's flip this camera around. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Bring this down. I'm all new to this, so it's going to be a bit scuffed. It's a one take thing, but it's just a card that I have on my desk. It's my master's key. It's probably one of my favorite trophies in the Shield, and I just have. If I pan over, we just got some cards on the desk here. These are the cards I sold. So, you know, these are cards I sold just this weekend, mostly just today because I've already done Saturdays because I'm from Australia, so one day ahead for Americans. Sorry, these are just the sales from like late Saturday and Sunday. I usually do my packaging at night time or like early morning, but I just like to. I want to try and get in the habit of starting every day with no packages to do, or just the ones that sold overnight. So we can just show. I'll show a few things, but there's a mix of PSA, CGC, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm just getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! I really love it, but this Gold Star Pikachu is gorgeous. There's, yeah, I mean, I'll just show you how it is. So, I don't have any of those around. Here we are. This is gonna be a bit rough. This is one-time thing, but I do want to start posting a little bit more now that I'm about to be settled into my new place in a month, hopefully, maybe in 2 weeks if I'm lucky, because I want to try and start some sort of open forum where people can ask me more questions and I can help as many people as possible because I'm pretty fortunate with what I get to do. So if many people as I can help, I'll be happy to do that. So this is Gold Star Pikachu. It's good. Right now, my packaging materials are pretty bad. They're pretty down bad. I didn't order that many more because I was moving and I have pretty much run out. So just gonna just have to. I'm reusing this PSA box, but I just have to take the stickers off this because it has names on it of people that I would probably get angry at me if I showed. But you know, PSA return boxes, they're really sturdy. I always reuse them whenever I can get them because we want to try and save the earth, and they're just really good. So I just have these card-sized bubble wraps. I think they're nice, just to like one little extra protection. Chuck this in here into a bigger bubble wrap. You know, it can fit in any way you like. I'm gonna zoom out in this. That's probably about as I can do. I put this in. It fits nice and snug. No chance anything happens to this card. A little bit extra space. These things are really cheap. I think they're like a few cents each. So I just pack every package as much as I can, fill with bubble wrap, close it up. This is going to a great customer of mine. We do a lot of business. I'm just going to write some initials on here because I don't have a shipping label ready to go and I don't want to show their address. But that's how it is. I mean, pretty solid. I'm gonna slap the box a whole bunch because it's kind of weird, but that's just how easy it is to package a graded card. It's not too technical. I have a few other ways I do it. That's a little bit more packaging because that's a rather expensive card. I sold that for 2,300 US, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on what the conversion is. But for a cheaper card, let's use something else. This little box here is a makeshift box that I found out about these maybe 2 years ago. I've been using them for graded cards ever since. But you know, if we open this Gramble, and then grab another one of these. I mean, it's over to the side. You think I'm pulling, but that's like all my packaging supplies I got left. It's just PSA boxes, a few of these boxes not folded up yet, some plants from my girlfriend, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, this Gramble, I think this was like $100. It's something a lot of people need to realize, that there's not that many copies of this card graded, so I try to take advantage of not low population, but just stuff that people usually wouldn't have, and then I'm the only store with it, so that's what I like to do. I don't like to compete with people, I just like to have things that no one else has. You know, fold that up, and it's pretty solid. You got it in bubble wrap, nothing happens to this, and it depends. Sometimes I use the same amount of bubble wrap, but I don't always have as many PSA boxes as I'd like. So fold this around. It's probably a better way I can show you this. Maybe if I do it like this. This is better. I don't have a lot of desk space. When I go to the new house, I'm going to have some more desk space so I can actually do videos properly. But I got this neat little poly mailer. A lot of courier services use it. People who sell t-shirts and stuff like that. But take that off, fold that down, and this is going to a Jeff. Let's write that on there so I actually make sure it goes to the right person. And there you go. Pretty easy. I mean, you just have to have a few things. It's like 4 or 5 different materials, but everything you can buy in bulk. I think it's pretty achievable for everyone to mimic this. Having cracked graded cards come back is very bad. You pretty much just have to full refund every time that happens. So I haven't had a cracked card in 2 years, and I've sold maybe 15,000 graded cards. So I don't really see a reason for anyone to ship any more worse than that. But you know, while we're here, let's go. These aren't purchases; these are sales. So we'll go through. I'll explain. Maybe I'll talk about what I sold. This is a customer of mine who likes new cards, Mimikyu and Lugia. He's like, hey Steve, give me a deal. I want to buy some of these. And, you know, he buys this P promotional Lugia, pretty good. And I have a little bit of something for everyone. That's what I try to do. Mimikyu, Mimikyu V, Mimikyu VMAX, VMAX Climax, very popular set. I love it. You know, 25th anniversary, very popular. And all these I make a pretty decent margin on, but also I supply them to people that like this stuff. So, you know, 8 cards that he's happy to own. I'm happy to sell them to him. I just got graded Yu-Gi-Oh back maybe like a month ago. No, not a month ago, like 3 weeks ago. My first 70 card graded Yu-Gi-Oh. So sorry, just grabbing some water. Grabbing some water. There you go. Sorry, I'm back. 3 weeks ago, I got my first graded Yu-Gi-Oh back. I love Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I've loved them ever since they first came out. I never really bought them because I was always infatuated with Pokemon. But I was like, okay, I have a lot of Pokemon. There's not many Pokemon cards I don't have or can't resell, and I have a lot in quantity. So this is a Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl. Pretty good. I think cost me around... prices might have come up since then, but this cost me probably $200. I graded it. It was like $30 to grade it or something. And then I sold it for $500, so that's not too bad. A good margin on the Yu-Gi-Oh card. And this one was the same. It was like $70, $30 grading. Sold it for $250. So 2 cards, $750. Not too bad. Made some good margins. I was probably one of the only people with these for sale because it takes a while for people to branch out, and getting PSA cards back is not that easy. That was good. Misty's Tears, you know, it's a great card. The texture is really good. Like the heart, it just, look, I mean, even on this video, not even that high quality, but you can just see how nice it is. So, it's like $200. This is something you don't always see. EX era non-holos, probably 5 cents in bulk, but having gem mint copies of a starter Pokemon puts them up to around maybe $100 each in PSA 10 because it's from a starter deck. Stuff's not that easy to find these days, so it's just you supply and demand. You supply it to people and they will purchase. I figured that out. This is a pretty cool promo. I actually don't even know where you get it from, but it's got the full prismatic rare, and it's got, there we go, that awesome Yu-Gi-Oh 20th anniversary stamp. And in person, like, this is what it looks like. You just can't see that stamp at all. The moment you tilt it into any sort of light, it like pops up, and it's like so nice to look at. Oh no, I'm getting into Yu-Gi-Oh more. I'm definitely going to buy and grade a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. I'll send like 100 to 200 at the 18 tier. But here is Eevee Heroes alt art. I got a whole bunch of these. I love Eevee Heroes. I don't think I will ever not purchase Eevee Heroes. I think I will purchase Eevee Heroes until I run out of money or Pokemon dies. I will just sell a Glaceon. I will buy another one. I think graded Eevee Heroes is something that people will want until Pokemon dies, which is going to take a long time. And yeah. I love Eevee Heroes in this one. Arceus V. Oh, there's lots of hair. I have lots of cats. I have 4 cats, so it's terrible. I mean, just normally this card just looks like a normal promo, but under light, you change and you can see like how they do the texture, and they add like as soon as you shine light, you can see the Pokemon in front, how they're peeking out from the grass, and just how they like do it. Even like these little trees over here are popping out. All they're Beautiflies or whatever. Starly, I think. Not too good with the new Pokemon. But yeah, this is really nice. So I think this was $110. And again, a great margin. I mean, CGC I've been selling since they came out. There's a lot of crazy CGC hate out there, but I seem to sell it just fine, so I'm not really sure. I'm not, maybe people feel threatened or something, I don't know, but this is actually kind of sad because this was my fault. The card number is 10195, and I just put that in when I submitted it, and I didn't check. But this card has the same number of 10195, and CGC didn't pick it up, and obviously I didn't submit it correctly. I haven't checked on my sheet, so it's unfortunate. But I put mislabeled card in the title because it's not worth sending it back, one card, and getting one back from overseas. It's just whatever. Another alt art though. Like, I've sold so many alt arts. I just feel like they're so beautiful. Once you get some light on them, you can see the sun just shining over. And then you put them in a little bit of darkness, and they don't really seem to do much. At the moment you have any light on them, they just like come alive. So, and 25th anniversary has been doing perfect for me. I mean, the glitter foil and the throwbacks to these cards, they loved them beforehand, so I don't know. Each of those is probably $100 to $130 each. This one was about $130. I think getting a pristine 10 is like quite hard. I don't think people generally realize. I hear a lot of words about like their new grading standards, and it's still like very difficult. Maybe on like, I will nitty pick the best cards I possibly can, and I might get like a 20% 10 rate. And then I can get PSA submissions back with like almost a 95 to 98% 10 rate. So it's not always the same. This is a card I actually sold today. I've had this listed for a while. This is a 3/8. I recently cracked a CGC 9 with the same subgrades. A Rayquaza, Holland Phantoms, Holo, Japanese. And it just regraded to a PSA 10. So, I mean, we can have a look at this card, and maybe we can find some faults with it, but I think if you're buying a card, it's always good for the buyer to be like so happy that they can't find faults. Like, I feel like people feeling like they've received a good deal is good. Now, I think markets that it's not punishing sellers, but just reward buyers it's really nice. It brings people back. It keeps things flowing. I mean, I can't see anything wrong. I'm going to look a little bit off camera here. It is, I have had this for a while, so I think the worst thing I can find, and I don't think I'll be able to pick it up on camera. Oh, maybe if I zoom in. Oh, it's going to be so hard. These old cards, they do have print lines. You can just see there. And I mean, you have to really get this on the right angle with the right light. But you can see the print lines running along the card. And there's like 2 of them. And, 9 surface, it's whatever. There might be something else wrong with it. Because, I mean, I don't have all the tools here that the graders use. So it is what it is. But I think the buyer of this card will be very happy. This will cross to a PSA 9 all day. A PSA 10, I'd say you'd have like a 30% chance. This card is absolutely beautiful. So they should be happy. This is a Red Eyes Black Dragon, Rush Jewel. It's a new type of thing, a new type of format they have on Yu-Gi-Oh! It's more of a faster play that's a lower deck size. Down the bottom it says like Rush Jewel. So this is a throwback to the original Red Eyes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a lot of reprints, which I don't think is even bad, because if people just reprinted my favorite cards all the time, I would just buy them in the different holo patterns. Obviously, by like the 25th anniversary set in Pokemon, people do love it. I think a lot of people seem to think, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Just raw reprints, but as soon as any reprints happen in Pokemon, they gobble the cards up. So, yeah, I'm not too sure, but this one is a questionable grade by me. I think there was a point there in 2020, 2021 where I kind of just graded a lot of things that I shouldn't have, and that's fine. I've learned from my mistakes, and we all have to learn as humans. This is something that I didn't check correctly as an 8 on an edge, so let me see if we can find that in person right now. I mean, the people grading these things are professionals, so like, they have the tools. Just a guy like me in my crappy little room with a light that costs $4 isn't that great, but from what I see, I can't actually. Going up the back edges, I can't see any like bumps or creases. Maybe on the front edges. Sorry, it's not very entertaining if I'm just pulling the cards off the side. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could tell you what was wrong with it, what they got the low grade, but it's an 8.5. It has an 8 on edge. There's something. I don't really think there's a reason they would mark a card down that it's likely $1 in the raw case. So it's a nice Pikachu, non-holo. Some people like non-holos. This is a cool promo. Articuno, Toys R Us. I got this back recently, I think. Or actually, this is one of my older ones. But I've graded probably 10 sets of these. I've sold them. Sold a whole bunch. It's by like a pretty iconic artist. It's a Riga. Full pattern's good. It's there's a Zapdos, it's an Ultras. So not too bad. It's another small sale. Just sold one of these for 100. Got like 2 or 3 boxes of Cardass. I mean, I like Cardass. I'll grade them forever. I feel like there's just not enough graded supply out there to meet, like, I think demand is the reason why this got an 8. It just pops up to there, with the light. It's hard to see. Oh, there you can see it there, just above the name. You can see that little bend. So a lot of people think 6 is like dent is like instant 6, but this has a dent and it has an 8. It's an 8, so those people are wrong. I love Cardass. I think the community for it's pretty good, and I'll just continue to grade it and supply it. I really want to get a few of the cards in 10 for my own collection, but it's not that easy getting Cardass 10s. I've graded like 3 out of like 500 cards, so is what it is. It's a beautiful EX Hitmonchan. It's a PSA 10, so you'd likely hope there'd be no damage with it. All seems pretty well. I remember the collection this came from, and all the cards were packed fresh, so this is nice. Nice little swirl. Holo pattern goes hard. The borders are very nice. I like the cards with the holo borders, just like my Master's Key. It's it's pretty good. They share the same holo borders. So other than that, I'm gonna make some more videos. Try and do some more in the daily life or inventory sorting or something like that. But as usual, my Instagram's Pokemon Steven. eBay's Pokemon Steven. If you want to buy anything, if you want to message me, it doesn't bother me. I'll try and help as many people with questions as I can, as whatever I can do. Just let me know. Have a good day.